everybody, family and friends. I'm coming to you live from Roger C. Peace Rehabilitation Hospital, where you go to recover after severe injury. So a lot of my good friends and family that give a shit don't really know what happened or what's going on or how I'm doing. So I figured I'd start making like this little video blog to give you some real life perspective, because everybody seems to think that I am a vegetable and cannot wipe my own ass, which is not the case whatsoever. However, my reality does look like this right now. Can't see it? It's a window. That's why. Maybe better yet, you can see it. Yeah, maybe just a little. Well, I'll find out after. Anyhow, I am in a lovely chair. And we will just say that abusive relationships are not one that are easy to get out of. And when you're truly in an abusive relationship that is really, really abusive, it's either you get out barely or you don't. And a lot of people may think, oh my God, he did this to you. And in a way, absolutely, yes, 100% he did this to me. Events leading up to what the man did to me made this occur. But in reality, it was getting out. So I'm better off not dead. Now, good news is I have feeling in my legs, and I have begun to be able to move a muscle in my left thigh on demand with my brain, and that's pretty much it. Still fully capable of taking care of my children and doing day-to-day tasks, such as getting out of bed, taking a shower, going to the bathroom, getting myself dressed, what we like to call it transferring from my chair to another object, a car, a couch, a chair, whatever the case may be. I'm going to make a competition. I'm not saying that right. I'm going to make a series of small clips of videos all put together to pretty much show you what it takes for me to just lift myself. When you're like 120 pounds and then 20 pounds of you becomes dead weight, it's pretty hard to lift, I should say. Food here sucks, like most hospitals, although Cape Canaveral did have wonderful food, I will say that. Give a shout out to the people who were there for me in the beginning and have disappeared on me. You know who you are. And I want to thank everybody who's supporting my children right now and getting them through a normal day-to-day basis. Also, trying to hit on some points. Let me think for a minute. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So my mind kind of went blank, and I really couldn't think of a whole lot that I wanted to tell you guys other than what I said. But I have been here for 2 months now, and when I first got here to the hospital, if any of my female viewers have ever had a cesarean section and got either an epidural, or just anyone who's had a baby and has had an epidural, then it's that feeling that I had where they poked my feet a million times and I couldn't feel anything at all, so it really didn't matter. And now I can feel all of that, as one of my nurses would say to me, when you first come here, you feel nothing, and then your nerve, they wake up, and you feel all kinds of things, and it's true. I'm working on retraining my brain. A lot of these doctors will tell me that I will never walk again, but as I have had some of my own friends in my life have been told the same thing after doing their accidents, and coming back from having an accident and being able to walk again, we all know that it's absolutely possible and anything can happen. I did not think that at my age, being hurt and the shape that I was in, which I would say was structurally sound, would dissipate within a few weeks, but let me tell you what, it took 30 days for my legs to become jello and for me to feel straight through to my femurs. And that is not an awesome feeling whatsoever. I will not live my life in fear of the guy that's still out there, because he was so easy to find yet so hard to track for some reason. And my goal is just to kind of move on and get a place for my children and have a normal life. Some people are like categorizing me, and of course I have to consider myself handicapped. However, I am considering myself temporarily handicapped because I refuse to stay in this chair for any amount of time. I have this lovely timer that I have to keep with me at all times, that every 30 minutes as I'm sitting down, if it beeps, I have to push myself up and get my butt off the ground, seat, chair, couch, cushion, bed, whatever it may be, at least for a minute or two to relieve the pressure so I don't get one of those nasty pressure sores that old people get in nursing homes that aren't very well taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video because we're running on 8 minutes and I don't have the best voice to keep listening to. So until I have something greater to say, talk to you later. And I would also like to add that my hair looks crazy. I would also like to add that sometimes you're in an abusive relationship and you don't even know it, because sometimes you don't even realize you're in a relationship with somebody. You think maybe we're just friends and we hang out a whole lot, or maybe we're just friends with benefits, and you're not seeing it as a relationship and the other person is. And that's when things can get bad, especially if you try to actually make it a relationship after that and the person has been under the perception of the fact that they were already in a relationship with you and it had begun like the day they met you, which is crazy. And that's not how it usually works. Things are talked about and agreed upon. But then there's those narcissistic sociopaths out there that think the day they meet you and talk to you, they got you hooked in and you're done and over with. And the more you try to part from them, the more that they realize they have to do